fields. But for the rest of us, we're along the North Shore of the Allegheny and Ohio Rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Coming up, we're keeping things in the AFC for an intra-conference contest between the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, this weather is not cooperating as we're set to go. And we're off from Acrisure. Calvin Austin on the return. And he gave it his best to get to the 25, just a step or two short of it. He's out along the 24-yard line.
And they're on 24-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. They design this off left tackle. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Extra man in the secondary for the Jets now. 3rd down. Throw here. 3rd down. Completed to his running back. He'll be touchdown short of the marker, so 4th down coming up.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that 3rd down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
He's got it at the 24. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Breeshaw on the ground for the first time. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that's good for a Jets 1st down.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
1st and 10 from the 32. Motion man right is Smith. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
They give on 2nd to Hall. Oh, it looked like he was going to have that first, didn't it? But after the stop, they're going to be a little bit short at the 22.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Here's the give on 3rd and short, and he'll get them enough for a 1st down. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving, Brock, pounding it forward, sending an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Completed left side to Smith. And he's brought down after a short gain.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 19-yard line.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They're going to run out of the pistol with Hall. Breaks the tackle. He's still going. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be third down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Seventh play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win. I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. Early momentum with that field goal.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Starting at the 10. Good work so far. He's got room. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Back to the well again. Makes the tackle. He cuts it back right. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. He'll take this at the 10. Good work so far. He's got room. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And he is gone. Touchdown. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Caught by Washington, left side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The rookie from Florida in on that stop.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 from the 32. Plowing up the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the 1st down. Pops up right away and signals 1st down.
1st down from the 42. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Back to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. Dancing past him. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That's the end of one here. Scoreboard shows 10-7. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Now looking to throw. Looking slant route, complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Five still to go here. This is 2nd down. Back to throw. That's going to be caught by Washington. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that 1st down. Picks up 4.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Well, it would have been a long field goal in the rain, Brock, so instead of trying that, they're going to go for it. Trying to push this past the marker. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. So they come through with 6, and they're rewarded for going for it on 4th down.
That's simply a bet being made that not only is your call or scheme better, but that your players just want it more than the big fellas on defense do. And clearly on that one, they did.
New set of downs for him from the 31. First down, and they go right back to it. And he's stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Throwing it on second down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's third and very long. Here he goes, third and long. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
So the Steelers turning things over to the field goal unit. We better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. Online, but not enough juice to it. That one falls short. It's no good. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards... Everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. So that brings up 2nd down. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. They give to Hall on the draw. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Third and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. There's a dive up the middle. Nearly starts the drive with the 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Working now from the gun. Has him on a quick hitter. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Has a hole left, room to run. There it is, touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers take a second quarter lead.
Hey, Kate, we're not even to halftime, and this guy has already got a game's worth of success. And the great thing is that, yes, it benefits him individually, statistically, but you know it just sets the table for everybody else because that play-action pass should be devastating.
14, Jets 10.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Starting at the 10. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Jets take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jets getting ready for this first and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Throwing on seconds. They set up the screen here for Hall. This is not going to help their cause ahead of third down. He's out of bounds, lost a yard too.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Let's see what they went with. Third down. Pass play now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for Arian Smith. So that brings up fourth and long.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Inside the 45. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. They go play action on first down. This finds Austin complete. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
On first down, they'll run. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. The Jets take their first time out as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up first and goal. Timeout taken by New York. That's its second. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
From the red zone on first. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers grow their lead just before halftime. Pat Fryermuth, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers drive their lead to 11. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Fielded at the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
New York to the line. First and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Looking underneath here for Hall. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. Jets moving quickly, trying to get the offense set.
Jets, first down.
They'll throw it here on first. Dumps it off to his running back. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And it's good for a New York first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. From the gun, it's Hall. He's out in the clear. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
To the air now on first and 10. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets making a one-score game before halftime.
I know you got a mixture looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, here comes Austin. Showing a little burst so far. And that's out of bounds all the way across the 45, very nearly to midfield.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Working on first down. Catch made by Austin. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Steelers have a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First and 10, looking to throw. Jets bringing pressure, and they got him. The Steelers calling their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Brings up second down.
So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes second and 22. Back to throw now. Going all the way to the end zone here. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Took his shot at 6 that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Not a bad first look for him in the contest, this contest. And I love them taking a shot, Kate. It's a shame, though, because this defense will tip your cap. They played that ball better than he could.
They'll run it here on 3rd down. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being 4th down. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. So the Steelers turning things over to the field goal unit. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
He's out of bounds on that return, Brock, because that takes us into the break. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. Things going well so far. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Finds a man, Mason Taylor has it. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get into a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st down, play action. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And they get this down to the 44 before he stops.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Third down, they need 7. To the air on 3rd and long. Buys time, rolling right. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they sense it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Four yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Throw right side, caught by Smith. And he's brought down at the line.
The defenders, they were ready for that throw, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage.
Seventh play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. They'll air it out on third. Caught out wide. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up first and goal.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Going jumbo set on this first and goal. Hall does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's second and goal. He'll try to do it himself. Watching the goal line, but he won't reach it. The defense keeps him out and forces third and goal.
Well, there's still options after that play failed. If they think they're within range, they can go back to the well with another sneak. There's also ways to attack the outside, or they can just throw for it too.
Third and hardly anything. Just need the length of the football. Fighting for the goal line. Oh, we lost it! Someone punched it out! And the offense gets it back. They're going to be set up at the 2. Just 2 yards away, so the offense going for it. It's fourth and goal. Tight end going in motion here. He'll throw it. And he will take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets bring it back to even. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's a return from the 7. Things going well so far. And a great run back has the offense just a touch shy of midfield to start this drive.
We've got ourselves a heck of a tie ball game, but maybe not for long after that return. We've got one side clearly responding well to this pressure. Question is, some of those kicking team guys now running to play defense, how do they respond after giving up that big return late?
Here's the one back on the handoff. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with second and 1.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Brings up second and
1. Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Back-to-back carries here. And that short gain is enough for a new set of down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
From the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10. Pass play coming here. He's going deep this time. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up first and goal.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who've got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, second and goal. They'll send him up the middle. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Only a yard that time. A defensive stand brewing here, and it brings up third and goal. Steelers grab the lead on their first series of the half. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to fourth and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on third and goal.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. And when we resume play, it'll be with a kickoff. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. He fields it from the 8. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
At their own 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Flushed out of the pocket. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to get that one to Arian Smith. So second down coming up.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Connects with his back. Hall. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first and the did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
On first down, here comes Hall. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got second and 11. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Offense to the line. Second down. They're going to try and throw it here. Completed over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Let's see what they draw up on these 3rd and 7. Throw here, 3rd down. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Back now, pressure coming. They did it! He made the interception! And the Jets have some new life in the 4th!
That's just a bad decision, frankly. And really, as a quarterback in this moment of the game, you got to know it's not a time to take a risk. Cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
They'll run here. It's Hall. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown.
The Jets now trailed by just a point in the 4th. Brees Hall with the touchdown. So a chance to tie it up again here in the fourth. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here comes Austin. And this drive will start inside the 25.
On the return, the Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this first and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. New set of downs for him that starts at the 38. They'll run here on first down. And he's got him 6 yards on that carry. It's second down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's second and 4. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Throwing from the gun. And he put everything he's got behind it. Brought in inside the 20. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a fourth-quarter lead. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Kicking team out to try the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Jets, 31.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. He'll take this at the 10. Things going well so far. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up first and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. He's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. He's halfway there on first down. That brings up second and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5. They go right back to Hall. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stuff came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that's good for a Jets first down. The play fake, he'll throw. Hits his running back. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
First and 10 from the 32. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
Offense is set. First and 10. He's going to throw this one. He'll set up the screen here for Hall. He's up again! And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets now trail by just a point in the fourth. Breece Hall with the touchdown. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he'll decide to pass on the return here and take the touchback instead.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. First and 10. Throwing now off the play action. Defense is too much here, and the Jets drag him down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
Yeah, I understand that call. We try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up second down and 21. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Azarie Thomas. And the Jets take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Just how many times do these games at this level, Kate, come down to plays like this? In the end, you don't want to be the team making the mistakes. You want to be the one capitalizing on them. And now this offense has got a chance to do so.
Hall running between the tackles. And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets take a fourth quarter lead. Breece Hall with the touchdown. His third total score in this game. Groupie to try the point after. Got a good play in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Jets break that tie and now lead by 7. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And nope, not chancing this one. Knee down for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set. First and 10. Here's the handoff. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Offense up to the line fast.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They go play action on first down. Connects on the crosser. They'll touch him down a couple of yards away from that marker. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers down by 7. Offense is set. This is second and 2. They're throwing it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And what will they dial up on third and short?
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
Now to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the first. Great tackle there to bring up fourth down.
A gain of 1. It's fourth down and less than a yard.
Desperation time here. Sends this to the end zone. And it is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers cut it to a point late in this one. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the fourth. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Brings it in at the 13. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Completed to his running back. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. They get 23 on that one. And it's good for a New York first down.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Back to throw. And he got there in time. He's taken down. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We talk so much about decision-making, and often it's the decision of where to throw it. Right? Reading the defense, finding the right coverage to attack. But there's also great decision-making that comes with just getting rid of the football. Just avoiding sacks. They are so detrimental. And that one, man, he hit up a ton of yards.
Now he'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, so this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
So the grounding backs him up and wipes away 2nd down. A very tough 3rd down play here. Running it after the penalty. Looks like they get about 4 out of it, but not close to the first. That brings up 4th down. The Steelers calling their first timeout. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. It's away, came off his foot wrong instantly, low and short here. A little over half the field waiting for them. That punt down at the 45. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw it. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face 2nd down.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Here he is to throw. Got a lock behind this one. Downfield it goes. And that's incomplete. complete with 7 seconds left. Time for one, maybe two more snaps. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Now with just 7 seconds left in the game, we've got a timeout. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. To throw. He's trying to go deep again. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Jets make the interception on the final play of regulation. They've got some serious momentum now as we head to overtime. Man, this has been such a great game. Nobody is ready for it to end just yet. After 4 quarters, we're headed to overtime. And in overtime here, Brock, I know you love this one. A touchdown, no longer an instant victory. No matter the outcome of that opening series, the other side gets the football with a chance to then tie or win it. And if we're tied after those 2 drives, we'll play on until there's another score or time expires.
To kick off for the Jets.
From the jaws of defeat, they snatch this game away. And now we're off in overtime to decide it. And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set 1st and 10. First throw of overtime. And they pick him off again. Picked off by Azareye'h Thomas. And the Jets surprise them with the interception and now have a chance to win this game. Wow. Stunned silence up here and stunned silence on that sideline, partner. I mean, a pick on the very first play of overtime. That one may have just decided this ball game.
Well, his offense now has to go out on that field and capitalize. He's got a pick.
And he reaches the end zone. That is a game-winning touchdown. So it's a road win for the Jets. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before